afternoon, folks. Mark Wilson here in the Fan Cave. I've got a special guest today. I have Fan, and we're going to be testing this Envirofan heavy-duty Goldline, one of my all-time favorite fans.
Same with me.
Yeah. And these things are pretty much indestructible. It'll outlast the apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are like 40-something years old at this point.
Yes, it was one of two I acquired.
Well, this is the second one that you're filming.
Yeah.
You've already filmed the other one.
Yeah. And I got these. It was actually a guy I went out to. They showed up on Craigslist, and the guy had them in his warehouse in Brooklyn. And then when he moved here, he brought the fans with him, and so I bought them. I think it was like $100 for the pair or something. But
Yeah, I remember. We were actually. It was like when both of us were heading to Fanimation last year, and then I had to abandon last minute, unfortunately.
Right,
but I remember you finding like this listing on Craigslist, and I was like, "Can I get one too?" If you're like, "Sure," but yeah, we're finally testing the second one, and I figured I'd be here to test the second one after testing the Union. Because I figured it would be kind of a cool comparison, to see if there is any difference. And I know these ones. Hold on, don't kill me yet.
No.
Another time you can kill me, but kill me with like a real light or something like that, but not a gold light. If you're gonna hurt me. But I know these are like from '79, based on this tag. But yeah, I remember first place I saw these was at Bonkers, and to this day I feel like I see more of these gold lines, the Union ones, versus the ones that came out after this and the new ones that they have now.
The stepped ones, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I just out in the wide, I feel like I see more of these. Like there's a few of the '85 era, like the ones that came out with the stepped one with these type of like the 3 rivet blades. I see quite a few of those, but even then, I feel like I've seen just by the videos I've done of them, I feel like I've done more videos of these ones out in the wild compared to the later ones that came out after this. And then newer ones, the only place I got a lot of videos of the newer ones is like at Quincy Market and like the ones that
Faneuil Hall.
And then the ones that are at that laundromat that Dan put up.
Yep.
Other than that, I haven't really seen too many newer ones. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and give it a go. 0 to high.
Wrong way.
And this one, we did notice that the motors are a little bit more stiff compared to the other one, so I think. And it has a beautiful bearing sound, but.
Yeah.
It honestly just needs oil. I mean, cause like you said, they were just sitting around for so many years not being used.
Right. Yeah, fans are like cars. Everywhere resenting it when they're not used regularly. They just sit for a long time. So.
I mean, it still goes pretty fast. I mean, it definitely goes a tiny. Well, I do know these tend to go a bit slower than like the newer ones.
Huh.
But they do move more air, obviously.
Yeah, because of the width of the blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wakefield Town Library had these when I was growing up. They were always on a solid state control. So you hear that buzzing, and that's like pretty much, it's a library, so it's quiet, so you'd always just hear the buzzing, and they were always on like low, so.
Yeah, because there's the auto shop that's near the college I went to that had 2 of these, and now, you remember which one I'm talking.
Oh, yeah.
Now they have one, and then they have the silver one that replaced one that had a failed capacitor.
Yeah.
And I regret not asking them to, like, hey, can we... Well, they originally said they were going to hold it for me, but then it got tossed. Because supposedly it fell and broke into pieces, which obviously isn't true, but I think just they forgot that I wanted it. But the thing was already unplugged. It was so I was like, damn, I should have just like.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have anything to put up in place of it yet, but also it's like.
There's also a church in town I go to see the Messiah sing when I was a kid, and they have these in brown.
Of this era, the Union style.
Yeah, they're identical to these, except they're brown, and all over in like the sanctuary and in the room where you'd have the refreshments and stuff. They're up high, and I have pictures of them somewhere.
Yeah, so like there was the ones from Bonkers, the 2 from my childhood, and then there was the ones from that auto shop. There's another auto shop in Salem that has one way high up. I knew it was a Goldline, but I didn't know it was a Union one like this. I always thought it was like the one that came out after.
Yeah, is that the one where they were like right up by the ceiling?
It's like off to the side. It's like behind the hospital.
Okay,
It's like in a shop there.
I remember there was one. I forget what it was. It was some kind of an auto repair shop that in the waiting area they had one like right up close to the ceiling.
Oh, you're thinking of the Goodyear.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the Goldline there, but it wasn't this type. It was the 80 the
Oh,
or
the step
80s
type.
one.
Right.
Yeah, I have a video of that too. So, yeah, it was that one, and then they had two other ones just like in the auto shop.
Yeah.
And from what I was told, like when that place shut down and the restaurant moved in,
Yeah.
I asked if they were going to keep the fans or if they were getting rid of them. They said they were keeping them, putting them in the kitchen. I don't know if that's true or not, but I even offered to buy them, and they said no. But either that, or maybe they just sold them themselves, realizing, oh, that's a very quick spin down. So
Yeah.
it's definitely oil that they'll need, but I mean, it's on video at least the spin down, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah. There was that place. I'm trying to think of where else. Oh yeah, that bike shop.
Oh yeah. Western Cycle in Danvers.
Yeah. That, which I need to do a video of it. They painted it, but I remember it was always. I never could tell from a distance as a kid if it was this version or not. But
yeah, cause I bought my bike and my e-bike at their sister location in New Hampshire, and I had, but they didn't have the rear rack there. They only had the front rack, so they said, oh yeah, go over to Danvers. We have them there. So I took a ride over there, and I didn't even notice the ceiling fan at first because it's on like a low beam.
Yeah.
And I was looking at like the higher parts of the ceiling when I walked in. So I'm standing there waiting for someone to, because they were all busy, so I waited a couple of minutes, and then I just I was looking at some of the bikes up there, like, whoa, Goldline.
Yeah.
Okay. And I got a picture of it. I didn't take a video of it.
See, before they painted it was a lot more noticeable from outside because of the gold stripe and such.
Yeah.
And the sticker.
Yeah.
But after they painted it, it kind of blends in more from the outside view.
I asked the guy. I guess I'm not sure if it was the owner's son or somebody, but he said, I said, hey, if you ever sell that ceiling fan, let me know. And
I've tried. Yeah.
and he said, he's like, yeah, I took it down 6 years ago to paint it, and it's very heavy, but.
He has.
Yeah, they have no interest in getting rid of it because they know what they've got. So.
Yeah, like I tried to. I said, "Oh, I can get you a newer version," which obviously, if the guy took it down to paint it, he knows what the quality.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've had the shop there for so many years too. So that's the other thing.
I think they said they've had it since like the early '70s.
Yeah, so I mean, for it to have been there for that many years, and they obviously had to have bought it for them to not have any issues with it. It's like, I don't blame them for not wanting to swap it, put something else up.
Yeah, they couldn't turn it on because it was, they had
bikes
racks up there, so all the bike tires and stuff were in the way. But
they do use it, but it's probably they had extra bikes, so they just had to hang them up at the moment. I've seen it running before.
Yeah. What speed was it on?
Well, this is just me seeing it running from like outside.
Yeah.
And such. It was probably high speed.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think where else. I feel like it might have been in Beverly, but there was a place I remember going to as a kid once. There was a ton of them. It was like a drop ceiling. It was kind of like a setup like as if it was a Walmart, but it wasn't.
Huh.
They had a bunch of these, and I'm 95% sure that they were these Union era ones because of the canopies. I think, but they might have been the later version or the trumpet ones, or the plunger canopies. But I don't remember them having the plunger canopies on them.
Yeah.
But they might have been. But
is it still there?
I only remember going there once when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So like 20 years ago, I don't even know if it was in Beverly or not.
Yeah.
But probably long gone by now. I don't know. I know I went there with my dad, and that's about it.
Huh.
But there was like a lot of them.
Wow.
But I don't even know what type of store it was or anything.
Yeah. Did you ever remember the? I don't know if they were gone by the time you were around, but they had a store called Caldor, and they had The Palco. I don't even know if they were gold lines or orange lines or just Palco fan, but they had like the ones that looked like gold lines. They had a little flat circle at the bottom.
Yeah. Where was this at?
There was one in Stoneham at Redstone where the Target is,
Okay, yeah, definitely not.
or the Coles, whatever's there now. There was one in Saugus on over by where Ocean State Job Lot is, and Target there. And they had, I think they had two fans.
Yeah, I
by the
definitely never
front, 'cause
saw
They
them.
had front and rear registers, and like the two entrances. The one in Stoneham, anyway. And yeah, I know the one in Stoneham. I think there were two fans up the front, and then one over the back register. And the one in Saugus, I think, just had two over the registers. And yeah, it was. Yeah, I used to love going there and just looking at those fans when I was a kid. But
Yeah.
all those stores are long gone and long since.
Yeah, like the ones at Bonkers, from what I heard, before they demolished it, a worker told me that an old lady came by before they demolished it, or like after they demolished it, and she was saying that I remember when they first built this place and it used to be a grocery store. So it kind of explains.
Okay.
So seeing the ceiling, I'm like, it kind of makes sense. 'Cause I'm like, they did have a lot of grocery stores back then with those type of ceilings.
Yeah.
And the way the
yeah.
fans were set up, it makes sense. Maybe there was more of them besides the 8 fans I saw there, but who knows? Maybe they replaced some of them and just put up the lights in place. I'm not sure.
Wonder why they ever got rid of it as a grocery store? Because there's nothing else in that area other than.
There's a Shaw's, and there's a Market Basket.
Yeah, but those are up in Danvers, so it's not. It's not. They're not.
Well,
that
no,
close.
the Shaw's is right in Peabody.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, by the
It's right by North
the
Shore. It's
mall.
right in the mall. Yeah.
And
so
that Shaw's actually used to have the Honey Smacks frogs when I was a kid.
did it really?
The only thing that's
Frogs.
left now is because I deliver there all the time. The only thing that's left there now, there's some kind of a newer 3-blade industrial over the receiving area. It's always on like low or whatever.
Try to get a pic of it if you can, and I can tell you what it is. Maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, and oh, believe me, my first time delivering there, I walked all over the back room of the store to try to see if the fans were still there, and all the new tones were gone.
Yeah, I know. I never saw him there when I was a kid.
Yeah, I used to look through the back door, like peek through the employees' only areas.
Yeah.
And, the doors there, and
Oh, so they had them in the back of the store, not in the front.
oh yeah, it was all. They're all in the back. Like there's like a back hallway.
So they were never. So they weren't in the front when.
No, nothing
Oh,
in
okay.
the front, to the best of my knowledge. But yeah, I used to like look in the back doors and look at them. And nowadays, I go there now, and the electrical boxes are still there, so I know where they were. But they took them down for some reason. So
Maybe they burnt out.
maybe, but I don't know why you just wouldn't just leave it there. You just uninstall the entire thing. Seems like more work than.
I don't know if maybe something was hitting it with like whiffs or something.
Yeah, forklift smashing into it or something. I don't know.
But yeah, that's it for this video.
Oh, thanks a lot for watching, folks. Stay tuned for more fan videos. Good night and good luck.